Hello everyone, here's 10 things to do when you are getting rich out of nowhere. Welcome to our channel, The Enchanted Luxury Studio, where we talk about wealth and luxury. Becoming rich is an ultimate dream for many people. While some attain financial success for a longer term, there are also those who lose their wealth in an instant. That could happen if you don't know how to make wise decisions for your money. Not to mention the probability of recessions to happen or the people who would want to take what you have. Keep this in mind. You should only have to become rich once. No one wants to get rich just to end up broke again, right? But in reality, it can happen to anyone who refuses to take the proper strategies to safeguard their money. Here are 10 things to do if you are getting rich out of nowhere. Number 1, don't divulge the information. Don't let the entire world know about your instant wealth. Choose your most trusted people whom you can share your immediate success with. Let's put it this way. The less they know about your wealth, the safer it is for your money. Why so? Well, if you brag and tell everyone you know that you are now rich, you might become a target. Your friends and family may ask you for help or to participate in financial dealings in which you don't want to be or shouldn't be involved. Other friends or family may become envious or treat you differently. Also, do not overlook the possibility of you getting scammed by discreet criminals who feed on other people's wealth for a living. Worst comes to worst, you may become a victim of kidnap for ransom endurance. Don't give these wicked people a chance by staying low-key about your wealth. Number 2, get yourself tax and legal representatives. To gain a professional approach is a must if you are getting rich out of nowhere. It should be mandatory to hire a certified public accountant in order to accomplish proper tax and legal representation. Now, this might sound a bit expensive upfront, but it is more than worth it. Of course, you have to be knowledgeable about your privilege. Knowing your tax burden for a sudden slew of money is of the utmost importance. Imagine if you got a vast amount of cash and did not set aside the proper tax or thought you wouldn't have to pay tax. Imagine if you did not know your legal rights before and after you get a vast new sum. Being ignorant to these things will do you no good or only put your money at risk. So, before venturing to any business or signing any deal, it is important to have an in-depth conversation with tax and legal professionals. Doing so may possibly save you thousands or even millions of dollars. Number 3, get advice from a reputable financial advisor. Hiring a reputable financial advisor is paramount to having a huge sum of money. A financial advisor helps you avoid complex financial strategies that don't work long-term. Your financial advisor should know how to come up with efficient financial plans and weigh various possibilities ahead of those plans. Moreover, a good financial advisor must know when you will need the money and how much you need. They will know what mix of stocks, bonds, and other asset classes are appropriate for your situation and your life ahead. They probably even will be a crucial part of your creating a budget, and they will help to set proper expectations of what your assets can do for you. Lastly, introduce your financial advisor to your legal and tax professionals. Remember, the left hand needs to know what the right hand is trying to do, particularly ahead of each tax time. Number 4, be aware of the people around you. When you become rich, you will gain 2 more things aside from money: friends and enemy. Some of your friends might suddenly hate you for all their own reasons, while people you barely know adore you all of a sudden. There might come a time when old acquaintances and relatives may suddenly be calling you to borrow a huge portion of the wealth you just earned. You might have to remain protected even from your friends and family. Becoming rich doesn't make you responsible for their lives. Don't turn into a walking bank for them. if people are aware that you did not get the money by your own efforts in business, they will somehow feel entitled to it. While it is not bad to help those in need, saying no to protect your wealth is still a must. Number 5, avoid taking complex strategies. Now that you are rich, thinking before pursuing any plans is highly necessary in protecting your wealth. If you get pitched on international tax shelters or on highly complex strategies that make your taxes low today, you better seriously consider what can happen after that first year. Many of these strategies have been back-end loaded with larger burdens in the future. Many structures can lead to IRS or state tax audits, and some of the schemes can even land you in jail or facing sharp fines and catch-up penalties with interest. You also have to consider that in the future, taxes on the wealthy are likely to rise more than they are likely to fall. Complex and complicated plans like this might be sounding a lot better than it might turn out to be. This is why you need to consider this next one on the list. Go ahead and get your favorite beverage and popcorn, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. Number 6, budget your money and live on it. Coming up with a budget is vital in maintaining a healthy relationship with your finances. Thus, it is a necessary step to take if you are getting rich out of nowhere. This is something a financial advisor can help you with. Aside from consulting them about your budgeting plans, it is equally important to work with them in laying the foundation for all of your contingencies inside of a budget. Setting a budget and making contingency plans when things may go wrong may help you maintain acceptable income for many years. You will need to think about all the spending habits and aspects of your life, taking into account even the amount you spend on gifts and travels. Then you are going to have to consider things like how inflation and basic price changes will play out over time, knowing that costs tend to rise through time. Now, for the hardest part of budgeting, you have to learn to live within the limits. Number 7, be mindful of your spending. With a team of professionals trying to keep your life set for the years or decades ahead, it is very important to be smart about your own limitations and skills. Again, becoming rich comes with responsibility. Making a smart investment or having a liquidity event at work does not always mean you are a master of money and finance. It is important to know how to protect yourself ahead of time if people come asking you for money, because chances are high that someone you know will. It is important to know if you are an impulse buyer rather than a shopper with discipline. Is the difference between a coach airplane ticket and first-class fare worth it? Are you better off leasing or buying a car, or renting a home versus buying? Does every new business idea you hear sound like the best investment in the world? These are all subjective things that people have to consider, and being unrealistic about your limitations will put your future at risk. Number 8, decide how you want to receive the money. When you acquire sudden wealth, it is important to decide whether you want to get all of your cash up front or if you want to create an annuity stream of payments. This generally applies to lotteries, where winners can decide whether they want a lump sum or to get annuity payments each month and spread out over 30 years. Making this decision also can apply to medical and legal judgment or other ways money comes to you rapidly. This is where a structured settlement or annuity comes into play. Before you choose which path you want, you better have had some serious input from your tax, legal, and financial advisors. Number 9, take control of your money and make it work for you. Some people who quickly become super rich change very little about their lives. Some even keep working every day. But for those who will quit work entirely or for the most part, it is important to consider the phrase, it takes money to make money. Individuals can earn only so much per hour from work, and there are only so many hours one can work each day. With a budget, knowing what you can reasonably buy and dealing with advisors, letting your newfound capital earn money is crucial. Otherwise, you could foolishly spend it all rather quickly, even if by accident. The rule of thumb in the past was that investor could expect as much as 8% returns from stocks, but it may much be less now. Number 10, abide by law and live with decency. It probably feels awful to be preached to about laws, moral, and decency. No one likes to be told that they have to be a good person, even though most of us know it and live it. You may have heard that laws don't apply to the wealthy. That may have ended up being true in many instances. But losing your friends, having your family disgusted by you, or having the law and police after you is not a good way to have things turn out. Money may help, but any romantic notions you have from the movies of being a social pariah or having the law after you is nothing more than fiction. There you have it, 10 things to do if you are getting rich out of nowhere. How about you? What would you do if you suddenly became rich? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to leave this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content like this. Thanks for watching!